Let's do this. Patch has landed. It is 6:30. I've got half an hour before I've got like 9 people coming over. Oh, I didn't mean to open that. I went to buy more. But I got a Pyre song. How exciting. I haven't seen those yet. I had a look at... Someone spoiled a lot of the cards on Reddit, so I've had a look at them, but I can't remember them. It's a nice card. Deal damage to target creature and its controller equal to the number of creatures you control. Each creature they control equals the number you control. And equal to twice the number of creatures you control. That's like almost worth being a one-off in a rush green deck. It's a nice card, but that's a little taster of what we're going to be doing here, which is spending all my silver because I've got enough gold to buy a few. I'm going to use my gold on tournaments, and I'm going to use all my silver on basics. How many can I get? 206. It is just turned 6:30. Let's see how long it takes to open 206 basics. I'll only be stopping if it's a legendary or if it's a card I haven't seen yet. So no heroics will attract my interest, no rares will attract my interest. I'm only interested in legendaries and cards I have not yet seen. And I'm really hoping for Zymus. I know that's not even in this set and it's been basically nerfed with some of the new cards, but I still don't have a Zymus. Still no Zymus, still no Hearttree, still no Lyria, still no Highlander, who's now fixed. So no, not Highlander. The other guy, the Aloyan guy who... ooh, that's nice. I'm going to use this in my mobility deck. When creature control moves, it gets +1, +2, +3. That is built for mobility decks. Another Pyre song, which is also very nice. What was I saying? Yeah, I can't remember the name of the card. It's the Aloyan one. God, they're slow to open, aren't they? The Aloyan one that that when it gets a certain amount of attack, it gains, I think, mobility and armor or something like that. It's not a Highlander. I keep wanting to say Highlander. It's like an Aloyan something else. Maybe it's another Highlander. Maybe it's a different kind of Highlander. Oh boy, look at that. 500 silver. I'm so used to having just thousands and thousands of silver. But, oh, Grimgaunt Spectre. I'm so amazed they didn't buff a Grimgaunt Spectre, because they buffed a heap of other cards, and that's a shitty card. They also didn't buff Soul Drinker, which really took me by surprise. Like, Zix got a buff. Zix is now attacks twice every turn and has 1 mobility. Like, it's just better. It's just an automatically better card, but they left Soul Drinker how it is. Maybe there's something happening with Soul Drinker in an upcoming set that if they buff him now, they'll have to nerf him later. Maybe Soul Drinker is really good and just no one's using it right, but had it gotten at level 2, it sucks the ability every time it moves lanes. I would have definitely thrown it in my mobility deck, but it didn't, so I didn't. This is gonna be a long video, so be prepared to hear my thoughts about everything I see. New Swamp Moss. I think Swamp Moss now has one of the highest attacks at level 3. 8-4, 13-6, 22-15. That's just a freaking nice card now. Basically, everyone's been saying it's replacing Deep Branch Prowler as the go-to like late card drop. A card that's just good. It's just such a good card. Another Meta Sculpt, which I don't really need. That's a heroic though. I'm getting a decent number of heroics. How are you? How are you enjoying the patch? I won't get a chance to do anything with it until probably tomorrow. I've been working on a card game of my own because there's nothing interesting happening with these packs. I'm just going to tell you. I'm playing on an iPad, by the way, in case you haven't seen these videos before. Play on the iPad and stream it on computer. Scythian Infiltrator. I think is that new? It seems new, but I think it's if it gets plus. Yeah, that's the new. Oh, and Witherfrost Banshee. Nice. Yeah, so when it gets more attack, it gets Breakthrough. And this one, when it lands, it sucks, and when it moves, it sucks. So that is just perfect for mobility drink. That card was built for my mobility deck, essentially. So there's 2 of the new ones. I'd love to get a Thundersaw. I think is the heroic, the legendary I'm most curious about. I would like some of the Justicars just to chuck into my Drobit deck and see if I can get that working. It's not working at the moment. I've been playing it on camera. That's my 3rd Hellforge. I've only had 2 Hellforges this whole time. Now I finally have 3. If tomorrow they introduce like some kind of crazy silver sale, where like sales buy twice as many packs, I will not be annoyed. Oh, that's a new one. How exciting! If you're watching this, you've probably like gone online and read all the spoilers, but if you're watching this, you're probably not watching it because you don't have the game. It's probably because you like to watch my reactions. And this is my reaction. Frustration that it won't load. Come on. There we go. Nope, it's gone. It's back. It's gone. There we go. Oh, this is a beautiful card. Each creature an opponent controls gets Poison 1, Poison 3, Poison 5, and that's Uterra too. What an interesting move. That would, to my mind, would be sort of a Necrim thing. But I guess Necrim doesn't need it. Like also Poison is a Terra thing, isn't it? So that'll go really nicely into basically green decks. There's a few cards in here that feel like they're put in there to counter Swarm decks, because Swarm decks are insanely powerful. Ever since I started playing my new green deck, I've been just in awe of how incredibly powerful Swarm decks are. Warbringer Uranti. Is this the... Ah, nice. Plus attack this turn. I love the theme of Uranti being like short-term attack-heavy stuff. It's cool. I love the theme of Soulforge. I like Soulforge. I don't know if you realized. People in real life are so sick of me talking about Soulforge. I talk about it a lot. I like the new basic pack art, because the old one had a common on the normal one, and then like a legendary on the middle one, and then a rare on the third one. It was very confusing. Not confusing. It was just, why would you do it that way? This one has legendaries on all of them, which is a good aesthetic choice, I feel. One thing that they don't have is another Grimgaunt Spectre. One thing they don't have, which they have been talking about, is... What we got? Cadaverous Thicket. That one wasn't buffed either. One thing that they didn't know, which they were talking about, was individual card sales. I thought that was coming in this update. It's not. I'm not complaining too much, because we got the update. I'm just excited to have it. And play some tournaments, and play some drafting. It's all very exciting. Darkheart Warrior. Now, Nexus Pilot's been buffed as well. This one's now, I think it's plus 3 attack plus 4 health, plus 5 attack plus 7 health, so it just doubles when it's in the center row. Nice. Nice change, he said nasally. I don't know what I was talking about. It's been a big day. I've been building this card game all day and just kind of refreshing, waiting for the patch to hit. And then it didn't hit on iTunes for like an hour after everywhere else. It was very frustrating. We've got a Contagion Surge. Shaper Nerfs. Oh my god, I'm so excited about Shaper Nerfs. So excited. Metasight. This is an exciting one. This is going to really change up... discard 2 cards, level them, discard... That's the first time there's been the same at level 1 and 2, so that's new. And then discard up 2 cards, level them at 3. Oh, I don't know how that's going to work. Like, I know how it works mechanically, I just don't know how many decks it's going to be put in, because I'm tempted to splash that in my red deck, which is just about leveling the bombs. Leveling the bombs. Tower Vanguard. When it has armor, it gets attack. When it has armor, oh my god, look at that art. This is a nice card. They're wearing high heels. Ha! Look at him go! Alright, Tower Vanguard, eh? Interesting one. I've seen, they might come up here, but if they don't normally talk about it now, there's 2 new kind of global effect cards. One we've already saw. Oh, there's 3 actually. No, there's 2. One was the Noxious Cloud, which we saw. Forge, Guardian, Metamain. Noxious Cloud, which is just, they all get poison. One of them is all your creatures get armor, which has been a long time coming. Which means that Aloyan finally has a decent global effect card. And I think there's another one, but I can't remember it. What do we got in the basic pack here? The basic pack here. Nothing interesting. So I'm working on a game. I'm just going to talk about that because the pack's taking a very long time to open. My game is called Monsters Ball. I've got some friends coming around to test it tonight. It's called Masquerade Monsters Ball, like Masquerade being the name of a few different games I want to do in the same kind of... Like in the same way the Resistance covers Avalon, the Resistance, and Coup now. Dr. Frankenbaum's the same. Zerath got nerfed, though. That was a really interesting move. I don't know what they're doing with that. It's really... Yeah, it's just a strange move. Bewildered. So yeah, it's called Monsters Ball, and the theme of it is that Dracula is having a masquerade party, and he invites heaps of monsters, and they're all pretending not to be monsters because they're wearing these tiny masks. And you play one of the monsters, and you have to... Lion, Highlander, and Epidemic. Double heroic, that's pretty good. You have to, it's a secret role game, so you have to try to work out who everyone else is without revealing who you are. If someone works out who you are, you're out of the game. If you work out who someone else is, they're out of the game. If you try to guess someone and you're wrong, you're out of the game. And you can win the game by either being the last person standing or by guessing every single other role. And then everyone has like little different things that they do as well. It's going to be interesting. I'm curious to try it, and I've got some mates coming around tonight. I'm actually looking at the Deep Range Prowler art. I know that you're here to see me open cards, but it's good to me. You never see a level 3. Like, I don't think I've ever, like, more than maybe twice the time I've been playing this, seen a level 3 Deep Range Prowler, because it's not the card you level. It's just interesting how much more you see the level 1 art of all the cards, but particularly that one. Like Technosmith, I see level 3s all the time, because I play them all the freaking time. Also, the art's very similar between 1, 2, and 3, whereas with the Prowler, it actually changes quite a bit. What have we got? Statistically speaking, I think I've got like a chance of getting 2 legendaries from this haul. It's been 10 minutes now. I'm not even like definitely not 1/3 of the way through. I'll see if I can speed. I don't think I can speed this up any. So I may have to end this when my guests start arriving. Sorry about that. Another Noxious Cloud. Yeah, I'm going to try putting some of them into my green deck and seeing how that works. Because the trouble with the green decks that can die to another green deck is if you've got them in there, then you're sort of invincible. But yeah, it might even be worth splashing into another colour. It's an interesting card. Because green, yeah, that card alone is going to put such a dent in Swarm decks. Because like just recently there was a really good Wildwood Sower deck. There's been a heap of really good decks, and I think that card, Phytobomb and Oxodon. I'm getting a lot of heroics in this. I haven't been counting. If you want to start counting, go back to the video and start counting, or I'll put something in the text box to say, hey, you should count because I didn't, and we'll see exactly how many I got. Or more likely, no one will do that, and that's fine. You know, I'm okay with that. Assyrian Mystic was the last rare that I got, to the point where I was really surprised to discover it was a rare, and then a week later I had 3 of them. Just statistically, it was unlikely, but it happened. I mean, not unlikely, it was likely that it would happen with some card. Ooh, that's new. Zephyr Mage. Activate another creature, gets mobility. Now this is actually, I saw this one earlier and I was thinking about it, and that is not going to go in my mobility deck, because all the creatures in my mobility deck already have mobility and they don't need it, but that's a good general kind of raid card. Especially for, ooh, Charnel Titan. So Necrium. Is it? Lots of arms. Ah, yeah, I saw this one. When it enters the field, if there's a creature an opponent controls with 3 or less attack, it gets more attack and health. Which is sort of like a anti-robot or anti-Aloyan deck almost. It means you have to kind of play your hand carefully. Yeah, it's an interesting card. I'm very excited. Especially like Phytobomb first, then you get the advantage, but I don't know why you would do that. Fire Fist, Metasight, very nice. Lots of heroics for me. I wonder if they changed the maths, because I'm getting a shitload of heroics. Now the Tower Vanguard, very nice. How did I start with? 205, I think. Let's see what I'm up to. If it'll do anything. So I'm 1/4 of the way through with, well, being 1/3 of the way through time. Yes, when it hits 7 or when my guests start arriving, I'm just going to have to stop this video. Which means you might not get to see on 206 packs, but I will keep count of how many there are, and the title of this video will be accurate. Or maybe I'll come back later. Who knows? Who knows? Windborn Hellion. Oh dear, that's not good. Oh, and Bright Tusk Sower. That's the one, I think I saw this earlier. When it comes into play, it puts a sapling, seedling, and... This client's freaking out. Oh no, now it's got 2 open at once. Close, open. It doesn't know what it's doing. We'll close this and open it back up, and in the process we will get to see the new... Oh no, we won't. I say we'll get to see the new Stoneblade opening, which I'm actually pretty excited about. No, we won't. Just won't get to see it, it seems. Maybe we will? Yes! That's cool. I like that a lot. I think it's super cool. Yeah, so that last one that I saw, the rare I think it was, when it comes into play it puts a 1/1 sapling and then a 3/3 seedling and then a 5/5 tree folk into an adjacent slot, which is just a sensible card. Like, oh my god, it's opened a heap without me. Look at that, it's opened 4 decks without me, so I don't know what I got in those decks. If I go into my legendaries later and find a bonus one, I'll be pretty happy, but confusing. I haven't fed my turtle today. Gotta remember to do that when my guests get here. What do we got? Basic pack. Witherfrost, Succubus, Charnel Titan. So many heroics. They must have changed the maths on that, because I'm getting heroic every like 2 or 3 packs here. Or maybe I'm just being lucky. Statistically speaking, they may not have changed it. I could just be rolling the right numbers in the old RNG. Warbringer Uranti, very nice. Common. Yeah, they've given Tempest some... I haven't seen the new Tempest Legendary yet. I don't actually know what that one is, but they've given Tempest some very nice commons to make them way more viable in draft, because before, they were not. Hey, I'm sorry, Bobby, I am around, but I'm opening a bunch of packs, and he'll watch this, and he'll be like, oh, look, there's me, up there. No, I'm opening packs, and I've got people coming, so I can't really get into a game right now, but I will reply to your email after this, and then you'll see my reply, and then if you see this, ooh, Patch of Blight, it's an old card, pass on a new one. If you then see this video at a later date, you'll be like, yes, Peter, I know you will reply because you did and I saw it. I don't know why you mentioned that in the video. Yeah, that gives me 3 meta sites, which I would be surprised if I didn't get 3 of all the commons from opening 206 packs. 206 is a lot of packs. Many, many packs. But I wanted to, and I shall. What do we got? Basic pack. Necro Slime. I want Necro Slime to make a comeback. People used to really like it, now no one uses it. I want to, trouble is single card removal is just too common. But you need it, otherwise you can't have super powerful cards. I was thinking about Epidemic, and everyone always talks about how Epidemic is overpowered. It's not overpowered because it's just powerful. But the reason it has to... Ooh, Venom Fang, that's new. I think this one poisons a creature when it comes into play, and has better stats than frickin' Ghost Scale. I think they'll make some kind of... Obviously, at some point they'll make some kind of deck shaman, but it's very exciting. Poison 1, Poison 2, Poison 4. Look at that tongue. Is that what snake tongues look like? I don't even know. Epidemic is powerful, but it needs to be that powerful, otherwise Swarm decks would just win every game. Like, no one would play anything but Swarm decks. Epidemic is sort of in there to counter a very, very specific deck type, and it's necessary. I've been thinking about it a lot. I thought I'd share my thoughts. Epidemic, eh? Zithian Shambler. I now have 5 of them, but I didn't get a legendary, so I can't complain too much. 5 Zithian Shamblers, that's right. As soon as we start being able to melt down cards, I'm going to melt down a heap of Synapsis Oracles, a heap of Shamblers. I'm glad I'm actually using my Flame Blades, because I've had 3 Flame Blade champions for months, and I never ever used them, then I built my mobility deck. And they're not great in that, and they're probably going to get taken out, but I'm glad I did get some use out of those legendaries, because otherwise I would just have them forever for no reason. In the same way as I think I have 2 Shard Plates, and I just don't use them. I have no use for Shard Plates. I put it in my green deck, and I've never used it, so I think I took it out again. Frankly, I'd love to put a Thundersaw in. Oh, I'm excited for Thundersaw. It's a cool card. Unrelenting Dead and Bulwark Bash. Yeah, the armor global one of like 1 armor to everyone. I think it's 1, 3, and 4, or 1, 2, and 4, something like that. Another Spectre. Strength in numbers. That's a new one. Target creature gets plus attack and health equal to 3 times the number of creatures you control. That's great. They've built... Oh, they know the decks that are out there, and they're building cards for them. Why'd they change Zrath? I'm so confused by it. So confused. What do we got? Bone Scythe. Oh, and this guy's been upgraded as well, which is interesting, because he's already, pretty well used, I thought. 5/8, 8/11, 10/13. So he's a really good starter card. Okay, at 2nd level, crap at level 3. And that's pretty good. Like, that's a good card to have, because you want cards that you can play all times. Could this video, like, I realize that I'm streaming, so I'm not streaming. Water Walker got nerfed a lot, so much. I don't know why. Water Walker was a cool card, but they were like, no, you can't have that cool card. I think because in draft you don't have as much removal. That's my guess. So obviously I'm streaming a game, as you can see here. Zephyr Mage, Witherfrost Banshee. That's 2 of those. I want a 3rd one for my deck. So obviously I'm already infringing copyright, but if I was just doing it like a chatty video and I went is that song copyrighted? And could I have this video taken down for copyright infringement? That's my question. YouTube is kind of vague on a lot of these areas, I think. It is 47 past the hour. Oh, they got rid of the clock again. Look at that, the clock was at the top and now it's gone. How interesting. Which means in 10 minutes I'm going to have to stop, so I'll probably get through about 100 packs and I might come back and do the second part where I do another 100. But I'm just going to keep on going until I have to stop because of company or my lovely fiance coming home. I should have looked at Water to see the new stats, but let's get through these decks. Ow, ow, ow. My foot was in a stupid position. I'm very relaxed today, as you can see. I'm going to... Ooh, look at that. New card. When you play a spell, it gets... When it is destroyed, return it to this lane this turn. Nice. So some people are saying that's... Well, not some people. Some people have hypothesized that they nerfed Zrath because of a new zombie coming out, and that's the only new zombie that we've seen. So maybe that's why they nerfed Zrath. Who knows? Cadaverous Thicket. What an exciting mini expansion. I am curious as to when Set 2 comes out, which is early next year, I think they're planning it, whether they will have the same ratio of legendaries as they do. Because I actually kind of like that ratio, to be honest. It means that you don't just get them all within a month and then you stop, caring about cards. It means that there's always legendaries that you're looking for. And some people they're just money grabbing, and the fact is it's a business. Like, they're allowed to try to make money. And they do have very generous rewards. When set 2 comes out, the packs would have to only have set 2 packs, otherwise I would just get Bright Tusk Sower. That's what I was talking about earlier. That puts a guy next to him. Yeah, if you bought a pack and it had a mix of set 1 and 2, I'd be cranky, because by that point I will probably have all of set 1. I'm pretty close now. Still no Zymus, still no Lyria, still no Heartry. Noxious Cloud. I'm in a very singing mood. I'm going to have a drink later tonight. I don't drink very often, so it's kind of a big deal for me. Stonefist Giant, he got much nicer stats. Much nicer. Because he was crap. Oh, maybe he didn't. No, maybe I'm thinking of Colossus. Maybe he's still crap. I don't know. I don't think there's any vanilla cards in the new set, which is really interesting. I guess they've sort of done vanilla with, like, there's a lot of vanilla cards. Now they're like, yeah, we want abilities. Like, why would people be excited about vanilla cards? Maybe when set 2 comes out, there'll be some more vanilla for, like, set 2 exclusive drafts and stuff like that. Venom Fang, because there's always stuff you can do with just having, like, vanilla cards. There's always, like, in terms of creation, so you could have a 1-1, a 2-2, and a 30-30, for example. Or you could have a 5-5, a 10-10, 15-15. Like, there's different varieties you can do, because there's the 3 levels, and then there's attack and defense. I'm going to look over here and do it. I can look at the screen and talk to your face instead of to the side of you. Although I keep glancing back to see what's happening. What have we got? Frankenbaum. When I started this game, I got so many frickin' Frankenbaums, and this is before the patch that fixed him, because he used to not do damage when he died, only when other abominations died, and he didn't count himself as an abomination. And so, and I had no abominations, so I just had so many. I had like 7 Frankenbaums when I had none of anything else. I got so annoyed at it. But it was a stupid card, and I got angry, and I cried, and I wet myself. It's a big day. It's a really big, exciting day for me. Bramblewood. Ages back, like a month or 2 back, I tried a deck that someone posted online built around Bramblewoods, and I got all excited because it was winning. Then I tried to make a video of it, and it just stopped winning entirely. Stasis Warden, he's going to get a major buff because of the new Aloyan Legendary. He's a Metamind, and the Aloyan Legendary gives buffs to Metamine, so you're going to see a lot more Stasis Warden around. Frozen Solid is a crappy card. Aegis Pulse. Oh, this is the armor one. Oh, that's a nice image for it. Look at that. Yeah, so it's 1, 2, 4, which is good. That's good numbers. Pretty picture. Reminds me of the Halo little shields you could throw down in Halo 3. I like Halo. I haven't played Halo in a long time. Hello, come in. Who is it? Hello, Cat Nanica. Come on in. You want to come say hi to the internet? I'm making a video. You don't have to. Oh, they're on here.
Ah, they're on there.
Yeah, I'm opening a bunch of packs. Everyone, this is Cat Nanica. Come stand in the camera.
Right,
there you go. Hello. And as I said, as soon as I get a guest, I'm going to finish up. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you to open the rest of these packs. Let's see how many I opened. It is... I got 1 legendary, a shitloads of heroics. Oh, yes! Thank you. That is a nice one to end the video on. My second Gox. I am super happy about that. I've got 123 left to open, so I opened about 80 odd, and I got a Gox at the last possible second. I'm Peter C. Hayward. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later with 123 packs left to open.